it was definitely fun. I just didn't, there's not a huge market for it. But there's a market for podcasting. You can do it on your own now. You don't have to have a studio. It is nice to have the bandwidth and the followers, for sure.
Right, yeah.
But I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've built a small following, so it's all on my own. I didn't have to have some other show pulling more weight. I don't know.
That's nice, though. So what is your following? Toot your own horn.
Well, I'd say on average it's like 8 to 1,200.
Wow.
Downloads per month, per episode.
Oh my God. Okay, so now I'm nervous.
Well, since nobody knows you, you'll probably get nothing.
Okay.
You'll probably have nobody downloading it. Maybe my core audience, the core 50 to 80 people that are just like downloading whatever I do.
All right.
I don't know those people. Like, it's weird because, even though there's so many people like downloading it, I still don't have like a lot of people contributing like comments and like talking about it and sharing it and things like. I mean, maybe they are word of mouth wise, but it's not like I'm seeing like all these retweets and whatnot.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I'm seeing more of like the numbers going up, but I don't know how those numbers are going up.
Just magic,
right? And it's weird how like what becomes popular, like what becomes viral. I think there was this NPR thing that was talking about there's what they call tastemakers, and that's what really makes things viral. Is one person that has like a following that's already got a presence out there, usually some sort of just social media person, nobody that has 1 million followers on Instagram or something that you've never heard of.
How does this happen?
I don't know. They're hot usually. They do crazy things.
Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're just like regular people, and I don't understand.
Yeah, usually I think they're young. It's like a teen thing, or it's definitely like millennials.
For sure, yeah.
Like under 23.
Yeah, I've never seen like just some regular 45-year-old dad with like 800 followers. But I don't know, it's interesting.
Sometimes, so whatever that is. So you got a follower like that, or somebody that has a following like that, and they see a video and go, oh, this is funny. And then they share it. And then now suddenly, because they shared it, it goes viral because they have that following behind them. So until that like video gets shared by one of these tastemakers, it'll just stay dormant, But that's what the key is if you're one of these creators, you need to get your video to these tastemakers. Like, you need a Bieber to retweet it, or you need whoever,
I like that Bieber was the first person that came to mind.
I always think of Bieber first. He's my idol.
As long as you love me.
First, he's Canadian.
Are you Canadian?
No.
Oh.
But I envy the Canadians, Nope, I'm actually right from here, Orange County.
Oh, okay.
And then moved a whole 20 miles away to Long Beach. That's how far I went away from home.
Okay, I'm from Maryland.
I thought I saw that. I didn't want to say like I was stalking you on Facebook, but
you were.
I was a little. But it was obviously for the show, not just for my own like nefarious reasons.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So I obviously wanted to do a little research, and you're from Bethesda? I
am from Bethesda, Maryland, which is
that sounds awesome.
It's like 30 minutes outside of DC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you could imagine like how Orange County is kind of like the suburbs of LA. So like Bethesda, Maryland, Rockville, all that kind of stuff. Silver Spring, they're kind of the suburbs attached to DC. So it's just I basically moved to the same place. I really liked it there. I mean, my whole family still lives there. All my friends that I grew up with still live there.
And what made you decide to say fuck that? I'm out.
I always wanted to live in California. So one day I just I planned it for a while. I was
going to say just one day. Like, hey, Mom, peace.
Yeah, no, it took me like a good 3 years to save up the money that I wanted, and I was bartending, and I was.
What time of year was this, or what age?
I was 27. I'm 30 now.
Okay, so not that long ago.
Not that long ago. It was October when I left.
The leaves were turning.
Yeah.
They were saying, you're going to miss the foliage.
Yeah, and I do, but not the winter or the summer.
So it did snow?
Yes, it snowed. Some years it didn't snow, but like it's one of those places where you can either have like a crap load of snow or like nothing at all. But yeah, it gets cold. I don't miss the cold. Not meant for it.
It does seem like attractive, especially during these times of days, or this time of year when it's like 102. Yeah, I envy the snow then. But
no, you don't want it. You don't want it. Trust me.
How high was the snow?
It wouldn't like pile up that much there. Like sometimes there were blizzards where it'd get to like 20 inches or something, but that was every once in a while.
Right.
Not really. It's not like Boston or Chicago or Minnesota where like it's like,
And did you have to drop like a cool Maryland accent?
Is there a Maryland accent? There is no cool Maryland accent, but no, I pretty much sound exactly as I always have. But
dang, I wish you were like secretly hiding like some like, hey, I'll let you know. That's more Minnesota.
My dad's from Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does he talk like that?
A little bit, yeah. It's kind of, I mean, I don't hear it, but other people hear it. So he just sounds like my dad to me. But
can you do an impression of your dad?
No. Oh my gosh. No, it's all terrible. It's just him cussing at me. So it's really.
Stand-up comedy, open mics, interviews, and a podcast too. It's just a day in the life for Daryl Williams. Just a day in the life. Whose life? This comic's life.
Hello and welcome to This Comics Life. This is me, your host, D. Williams, a.k.a. Daryl Williams, a.k.a. Dumbass, a.k.a. Dude that's hanging out with a lovely lady. And it's in my new humble abode /studio /kitchen /shithouse. I guess it's just everything all in one. I guess they call those apartments. But yes, we are hanging out, just shooting the shit with a fellow stand-up comedian and, yeah, my new best friend.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And, yeah,
I didn't know, but I'm flattered.
Comedian Kelly McConville.
Hey.
Awesome energy. I love it.
Yes, I didn't know what else to say. Should I have had like an opening tagline?
Yes. What's your tagline?
I'm here.
Love it. I love it. You just open a door and go, I'm here.
I'm here.
And everybody
Where
goes,
should I park?
Kelly. That's Kelly.
That's me. That's me.
So, do you like being called Kelly McConville? I mean, clearly you do. If that's your name that you've chosen for yourself?
Yes, I named myself.
I was just thinking about maybe like, with the stage name, you could actually choose your name, but then you decided actually, no, I'm going to be my real name.
Oh, well, see, for the longest time, okay, so on Facebook, like just because I didn't want my employers to, search me and stuff,
right.
I just wrote my name in as Kelly Belly McConville.
Awesome.
Fully thinking that everybody would know that was not my name, but it just kind of stuck. And after a while, like when I was getting like booked on shows, they would just list me as Kelly Belly McConville, and it was starting to get really embarrassing. So I had to switch my name on Facebook. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm clearly not a woman, but yeah, that takes a lot of guts, no pun intended, to be called Kelly Belly.
Why? Okay, so literally, like, I understand that I have gained weight.
Oh, I wasn't saying that, though.
No, but
in all the right places.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
It's like creepy but nice.
Yep, that's me. That's what I want on my tombstone. Creepy but nice.
You got it
right.
Under control. No, my whole life, like, and I was like a skinny little kid with like toothpick legs, and just it rhymes. I'm like, I don't know if you guys know, but it rhymes. Like, it's just, people will be like, hey, cowbells. Not necessarily like,
Not like a
it wasn't
pejorative.
like Kelly Fat Belly, but all of a sudden, because like, it just so happened that like at that time in my life, I had also gained like a large amount of weight. Yeah. No, somebody was like, I thought it was like this self-deprecating, like kind of funny nickname that you gave yourself. And I was like, no, my mom's called me that since I was little. She would be like Kelly Belly,
Blame her.
Jelly, Smelly, all that stuff. All
Right.
that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she just had like onset dementia. She's like, I don't know what your name is.
Yeah,
but
she just had to remember. She had to have like, something to help her.
I was thinking to myself, because I tend to do that a lot, but I was thinking, if you wanted to change your name to something else, I had a few suggestions for you.
Oh, okay.
And one of them, believe it or not, was, no joke, Kelly Belly Fofelli.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that for
see,
sure.
so I was already on the right track.
Yeah.
But how about, okay, so here's, embracing your Korean roots.
Okay.
You can either be, between north or south, Kelly Magnolia or Kelly Hibiscus. Because those are both the state flowers.
The state flowers?
Or the country flowers, yeah.
Oh, of Korea?
Of North Korea and South Korea.
I had no idea.
I know, so clearly I know more about your country, your native homeland, than you do.
You do. I'm impressed.
And it only took me 5 minutes on Google.
Oh, my God. And I've never Googled Korea ever, so...
Well, you're going to get put on a list if you do.
Shame, yeah.
No, but that's the thing. So do either of those sound kind of cool? I mean, I don't know.
Kelly Magnolia?
Yeah.
Is that the north?
Mm-hmm.
Of course I like it better.
Yeah. Hibiscus, yeah.
Kelly
south.
Hibiscus?
Mm.
That's like so lame.
Yeah. We're brainstorming here. I got a few others.
No, I like those both. Very nice.
So how about Kelly Kim or Kelly Lee?
Kelly Kim would actually work out really well because people have called me Kim my whole life.
Okay.
They just like people will forget my name and call me Kim or Kimmy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just different people, all different ages, different states, different countries have just called me. They just think my name's Kim. Like my name should have been Kim. And I answer to it is the sad part. It just happens so often that I'm just like, yeah, what's up?
They do the same thing for me too. I've been called Kim all my life.
You look like a Kim.
Yeah. No, but I get mistaken for a Darren or a Derek.
Do you
all the time.
correct people? I don't
Most
have
of the time,
the
no.
heart to correct them. I'm just like, yeah.
If it's somebody that I know I'm going to be seeing like all the time, yes. But if it's like a one-off, like some waitress that just doesn't give a shit, no, I don't care.
Yeah, you're like, close enough.
But like if it's my boss, yeah, I'm going to say, hey, it's actually Daryl.
I mean, I think that's a mistake, but
Right.
you're going to get fired. He wanted you to be Derek.
Yep. You look like a Derek.
And then at that point, you're like, okay, it's Derek from now on. That's fine.
Yeah. As long as I get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why initially when I first started comedy, I went by D. Williams because I thought that like Daryl was going to be too tough for a lot of people to remember. And it first sounded a little too ethnic. So I was like, yeah.
And by ethnic.
It was too Korean. Yeah.
It was too Korean. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't want people to mistake me for Asian. So I was like, how about D. Williams instead?
D. Williams sounds kind of ethnic, too.
More ethnic, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
That's what I later found out.
Oh, my
So
God.
went back to the Daryl.
I didn't want to sound ethnic. I love it. That's like the whitest thing anybody's ever said. That's awesome.
I don't want to sound ethnic, guys, but I'm going to change my name to sound more ethnic.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, okay, so here's my favorite coming up. Okay, maybe one of the best actresses out there, but we're flipping it around. Instead of Grace Kelly, we do Kelly Grace.
The first time I saw you was on the beach at Cannes. You swam ashore from a motorboat driven by that little French girl.
You got an opener? Thank you.
You want a leg or a breast?
You make the choice.
Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I like
Sounds
that.
kind of cool. And
Okay.
I think that's a good stage name, too.
Yeah, Kelly Grace.
Easy. Nobody's going to say, and still kind of ethnic. People would be like, oh, yeah, I could see an Asian being that.
Well,
Half Asian.
Yeah. I mean, Grace is like a very popular name for girls to pick when they when they choose an
Transition.
American name.
Oh, okay.
When Korean girls choose an American name, a lot
Right.
of them choose Grace. So.
There you go. See, so I'm already on that wavelength. I
Yeah.
think that's it, guys. Meet Kelly Grace now.
Hey guys. No, I sound, like a better person. Kelly Grace. All right.
And then there's 2 throwaways, like just for fun, maybe. But if you want to take them, they're definitely yours.
Okay.
First one is K Booyah.
Booyah!
You know,
K
it's
Booyah.
just K Booyah.
Booyah!
I like that.
Yeah.
I think maybe that one's a little ethnic, but
It's like K-pop, but instead of pop, it's Booyah.
it's Booyah. Okay.
Yeah.
Booyah!
And I think the ethnic thing could only help. So
And then you really got to sell it. You got to really be like, "What's up, motherfuckers? It's K Booyah!
Booyah!
K Booyah! Fuck yeah!"
I love that.
Can you do that? Can you kind of? Okay, let
I would-
me bring you out on stage, and then you can just go into your first minute. Hey guys, you've seen her at every fucking club in North and South Korea. Now she's here, fucking breaking out, making the panties drops, and making the mics drop also.
That's right.
I think this is too long, but let's please welcome to the stage, K Booyah!
Booyah!
Hi, I'm here. How was that?
Perfect.
Did you like that?
Perfect. I think K Booyah would definitely say that. Oh no.
Yeah. I'm here.
Hey guys, just thought you would like some jokes.
I think it fits me perfectly. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna run with that one. I mean, yeah, I'd still like to hear the last one, but
Okay.
that one's definitely the one I'm going with.
The last one, we're embracing the other side, just really going full force to the white and to the Irish, with the Mick.
Right,
But we're
okay.
not doing McConville. It's not as cool. We're going Kelly Lynn McDougal.
Lynn McDougal.
Yep.
So I think that's like Scottish.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's
all right.
Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's still Irish. Maybe
People
I'm
aren't
wrong.
going to care. I mean, they don't care.
That's true. They don't care about me now. They won't care about me then.
They're going to care that you're at least, half of something.
They just assume I'm adopted. That's usually what happens. But Kelly Lynn, where'd the Lynn come from? My middle name is Jean. Actually, it's pretty white.
It was a little southern, so I'm kind of trying to get the Bible Belt involved, but
Okay.
but also still stick to the whiteness. But
Super white.
It could have been
Kelly
any
Lynn.
double. Yeah, Kellyanne, Kelly Marie, Kelly whatever.
Yeah, just come in and just
Yes.
confuse the crap out of people.
Yes, or how about you do Kellyanne Kim Lee,
Oh, so they'll hear the Kim and they'll be like, okay.
Kellyanne Kim Lee McDougal.
My name is not that far off from that. It's Kelly Jean Sujin McConville. It's pretty. It's pretty white and then just a drop of Korean right in the middle, just to
That's awesome.
just to let you know where I'm standing. You know.
And do your families hate each other? Like both sides? Like they're like,
Oh.
why did they marry each other?
Well, my dad's side hates my mom, but just because she's a bitch, not because she's Korean.
Right.
That's fine.
They're non-judgmental with the race. It's
No.
just the person itself.
Yeah, she's just mean. But my Korean side, my grandpa did not want to go to my parents' wedding. He was not going to show up.
Awesome.
He was convinced that my dad was one of those white guys that had another family in the United States and was
Cool.
just marrying my mom, for fun.
She was the side piece.
Yeah, who does that though? Yeah, I mean, that's fine. You can have your side piece, but why would you marry your side piece?
Yeah. Yeah,
It seems like a lot of effort.
It does. It does seem like a lot of effort when guys want to get married. Yeah, twice for sure.
Yeah, if you already have a wife, you're not trying to do that again.
No. If anything, it's like I just want to fuck some other hot chick or
Right.
just any chick really.
Right. Yeah, so He came to his senses. He's in the wedding photos, so something.
Like superimposed. Like, he's photoshopped in it.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
But I guess my mom said everything was cool once I was born. 'Cause
Right.
that was like, that legitified everything. Or legitimized.
Right.
Legitify.
They're together for the right reasons. Do you see her? She's half Asian, clearly.
Then they finally believed him.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad that they finally came around, and you were the one that brought them together. You know,
Right.
both sides of the family. It was like, you know, you were that Moses again.
Yeah, Korean Moses.
Yep, you were a Korean. You Korean Moses them. It's a verb now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm here.
I'm really liking the catchphrase. I'm really liking it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You. It's my first one. I thought long and hard about it, obviously. It's so catchy.
Me and Kenny Weber came up with his catchphrase, and that's my honky.
That's my honky.
That's my honky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. See, he said that. Yeah. And I thought it was just like a term of endearment. Like,
It is.
You know?
It clearly is.
Yeah.
That's my honky.
Yeah, I was. We talk about that a lot, about like why he can say certain words and why I can't say certain words.
It's because he's ethnic.
Right, he's just enough black.
But, like, not really, right?
Right. Do you feel like you get a pass, on some racial stereotypes because you're half Asian?
I mean, like, I will never get pulled over because, like, if I'm driving drunk, like, and a cop sees me and he's just like, oh, okay, it's fine. Just let her go. He just assumes it's normal. So that's, like,
I didn't
really
know
good
that was
thing.
a thing. Like, oh, Asian women, they just get a pass.
Yeah, no, we're just assumed to be horrible drivers. So
What?
I'm good, and I'm fine with that because.
Are you a horrible driver?
I mean, when I'm drunk, yeah.
Awesome.
It's not the best. It's
Yeah,
not the best.
no.
But it's fine because I'll get home just fine. Nobody's gonna bother me. So it's
Clearly,
great.
that's a good plus.
Right.
I mean, I get that all the two. All the time.
You get a pass. You get a pass for
Because I'm
being
half
a white
Asian.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, because I am. Yeah. The white privilege. It's like, oh, sorry, sir. Were you headed to open up another huge conglomerate or something? Have a nice day. I'm sorry, sir. Were you? Yeah. Are you the CEO of Google? On your way. Because just every white guy gets mistaken for the CEO of Google.
You all look the same. So it makes sense.
Awesome. I've been hoping to look the same.
I can't tell any of you apart. So
I'm the one with the beard.
you don't all have beards?
Nope. Are you into facial hair? Or do you like?
Yeah. No, I like to grow mine out as well.
That's tight.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah. Let's hope not.
I mean, there's people into that. That wouldn't
Women
be a bad
facial
thing.
hair?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Female
not
facial
me.
hair. No?
Nah. I'm into like women being women. And I'm not trying to say like they need to be like female impersonators, like just the extreme woman like Pamela Anderson. That's too much woman.
She's like a fake woman.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want like a real woman looking like a girl that's trying to be a woman.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
And I'm not trying to be mean, but yeah, it's like you can just put on a little makeup and just and have just you be enough, right? Like every guy, that's the beauty of being a woman is you don't have to like do all that to still get laid.
Right. No, there will always be some guy. You can find
Just
some
not the guy I guess you want, but
No, not necessarily the guy you want, but I mean, who gets what they want in this life? So
not Mick Jagger. You can't always get what you want.
you can't.
But if you try sometimes, well, you might find you get what you need.
So
you can try.
just,
Yeah, but here's the thing that's like what happens in later in life because we're both 30, newly single, is you learn what you don't want now. So there's a lot of like, okay, I'm not necessarily looking for certain things, but I know what I'm not looking for. And it's what I had.
Were you the one that broke it off, or was she?
I broke it off.
Oh, douchebag.
Yeah, but
What
I feel like
happened?
she didn't like fight it. She wasn't like, no, let's. She was like, okay, sure. Like it wasn't like a fight. It was like I think she kind of knew what was coming, but she just realized like she didn't want to be the one that's got the ball rolling.
Right.
But once I got the ball rolling, she was with the roll.
She was on board. Okay.
Yeah. But that's the
So-
thing. I mean, maybe it's because she knew maybe fighting was futile or whatever, but
So did you guys fight a lot? Like, what was your issue?
no, that was the problem.
You didn't fight.
We didn't fight. We didn't talk. It was just like we were roommates.
Oh my god, that sounds amazing. That sounds great. I
Like,
love that.
I'm the type of guy that I'm not very confrontational, but I will get my voice heard. But I'm not that guy that's going to like throw dishes and get crazy and be that like super testosterone driven, like let's fight and let's then fuck afterwards or some shit like that.
Right.
I'm not that guy. I'll just be like, "Ooh, you're driving me crazy. I'm going to go do a mic," and then get over it. And then come home and then not be pissed off anymore. But that issue never got resolved. It just I just got over it, or I just was like, eh.
You let it fester
Yeah.
inside of you.
But then after a while, it was like, I don't want to just keep doing that. And I think it was just she didn't like, she knew things about me from the get-go and was cool with it.
Right.
But then obviously 3 years in, she's no longer cool with it.
All right, I need to know exactly what these things were.
Oh, right. It's like smoking weed and drinking and doing mics, like basically
Like
all the
fun? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fun. All right.
'Cause that's the thing. Like, literally, the breakup was like, I told her like, I'm doing these things and I enjoy these things and I don't feel like it's a abuse or whatever. And I want to do these things more. And she was like,
You're breaking up with me because you want to smoke weed and tell jokes in front of your friends and drink all the time at bars?
and it's like, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's exactly what I want to do.
like if you were like, if you knew that, like if you could be down with that and were like, if you were this understanding when we were together, like we probably wouldn't be breaking up.
So she like didn't do any of that kind of stuff.
She drank. I'm not.
She drank heavily while we were together. It was crazy. I don't know
Yeah,
what
but that's the
happened.
thing. Like on our first date, like I had her. We met at my house first, and we had like a little like pre just drink to get to know each other, and then I had a bong sitting right there, and she was totally like fine with it. Then she didn't hit it or anything, but I hit it, and she was fine with it. We still
Right.
went on the date, and we still got together, and it was always there. And I respected her and didn't like blow it in her face. But it was like, hey, this is me.
So on your first date, you like hit the bong before you
Yeah.
guys went out?
Yeah.
You just let it all hang out right then.
Well, I figured like, hey, if this is something that you're not into, well, I should tell you now, right? Not have it be 8 months later and you're like, wait, now you smoke bong and all this? Like, no, it's like, yeah, this is me. And I'm not saying like all the time this is going to be part of the life, but it's like, yeah, if I'm going on a date and I'm nervous and I want to not be nervous, I'm going to smoke. Or if I'm just hanging out after work or whatever, it's like having a beer. But
Right, exactly.
Instead, it's not beer, it's something else.
But instead it's not.
But that's the thing.
I
It's
like
like
that
it's not.
yeah.
I don't abuse it. I'm not saying like it's me or her or the weed, but it kind of did turn into that a little bit.
Yeah.
I hate that it did, but I felt like it was like on her, not me.
Right.
It was like you knew this from the get go. You knew who I was, but you wanted to change me.
That never works out.
And I will say, like, in her defense, like, the only thing that she did have... Oh, that's her. She knew. She knows we're talking about her. She's like, shut the fuck up. No, but that's the thing. She was like... The one thing I did give her credit for is, like, I started doing comedy, like, halfway into our relationship. But then once it got going and once I started finding a true passion for it, and I was like, I want to do this all the time. She was like, but what? Like, I thought this was just something you did once or twice a week and was going to keep it like that.
Right. It takes up like a lot of your life. It's hard to have a relationship. and do
Exactly.
comedy. It really is.
And I hate that it is. Like, it would be cool because I know dudes out there that have girls in their life that are cool with it.
That's my honky.
You know, that lifestyle.
Yeah, and they'll like come out to shows
Right.
and do all that kind of stuff, and they're like, my boyfriend's the best. And I'm like, keep her. Hold on to her. She's the one.
And that's the thing too, like I always felt like I was two different people. Like, yeah, like the person I am on stage, like I never wanted her to see that guy.
You didn't invite her?
She saw me once, and the only thing she said after the show was, "You swear a lot."
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Did she not swear?
She does, but
Oh.
and that's the thing. That's the weird thing is I might have said fuck once. The whole set. Like, I didn't even do it. It wasn't even like a crazy set. But I think that's the thing. Like, she's a big proponent of that. Like, you have to present this image of I'm this person that's not that. But then, yeah, behind closed doors, I'll be that person. But I'm like, obviously, the comic where it's like, no, I'll just be that person all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. That's hard. She didn't want you to cuss or drink or breathe.
Right.
That sucks.
And let's not get started with the love life. But yeah, that was definitely dismal too.
From the beginning?
No, not from the beginning, but definitely once we moved in together. I don't know if that's cliche or not, but it was tough.
I feel like once you move in together, like, it's like all should be good for like a good long while. You know?
Like, in theory, it totally makes sense, like, to a guy where you're thinking to yourself, like, okay, so she wants me to, like, be with her all the time. So clearly, like, what? That's like 3 blowjobs a day times 5 days a week. Like, okay, so that sounds cool. I'm like at least getting 20 blowjobs a week. That's tight. I guess I'll move in. And then you're like getting maybe once since you've moved in.
You're like, and we moved in together 5 years ago.
Yeah, and you're like, wow. I didn't know it was getting 1 blowjob left. Like, I didn't know I had that one left, and that was it.
You know, I don't think that she liked you that much. I'm just kidding.
I think that's what, well, I hate to say it, and I don't want to talk about her. I mean, but I will talk about her for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, right?
But that's the thing, like, I think she'd like the security and the hanging out and the, like, yeah, I'm there. Like, it's all the boyfriend stuff. But she didn't want any of the intimacy of, like, oh, I'm going to have to, like, be naked around him all the time and be sexy and still, like, give a shit about being into him.
Yeah,
like,
that always door.
What? Why do I have to do that? Like, I like the, like, he hangs out with me at my parents' house and picks me up soup when I'm sick. Like,
Oh, I do miss that. That was nice.
which is cool. And here's the secret, ladies. Every guy's into doing all that if he's getting his dick sucked on a regular basis. You'll never have to worry about soup if you, if you just worry about the dick.
Okay. That
Yep.
makes sense. That's all right. Yeah,
Right.
no, I think that's fair.
Right. And even then, too, it's like, okay, we're getting a little deep because we've had a few Newcastles. But it,
Yeah, no, where's the bong that you keep talking about?
oh, do you partake?
I partake.
Oh, well then, what are we doing?
I don't know. Let's partake.
Let's pause this. And then I says to her, fuck you, blah, 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 let's break up.
Oh my god. Okay.
No, but now that we're thoroughly in the right headspace and, yeah, just feeling life, hanging out, we were talking about comedy again because this is obviously a comedian podcast, but how long have you been trying to make people laugh?
I guess,
Try to hit the mic more.
Sorry.
Next time.
okay, I guess, it's been like, probably like 2.5 years now.
Sweet. And, okay, so you didn't do it in Maryland.
I did it like a couple times in Maryland, but not, you know.
And what made you decide it?
I don't know. I started just like going like to the Anchor Bar actually. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I just decided that I wanted to like try it for a while. So here I am.
Move over just a. There you go.
Oh my god. Sorry. I forgot. Should I hold it?
You can if you want.
I think it's time.
Yeah, get into it.
Oh god.
All right. So your first open mic was at Anchor Bar.
Yeah, in California. Yeah.
Sweet. How'd that go? Do you remember any of your first bits?
No, I think I just like, you have to bury that deep inside of you.
They were all shit.
Probably. Yeah. I'm sure. They
One of my first bits was acknowledging that I was so nervous on stage and that I hated every piece of advice that people would give you for, fighting the nerves. Mainly being like picturing the audience naked. Like that doesn't help you like get less nervous. Now you're just like some nervous guy picturing everybody naked.
Is that what you were trying that technique?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then I actually got so nervous that I like lost my material and then just went into this like ramble and then ended up asking a girl in the audience what color her panties were. And she clearly said black, which was like, that's cool. Like she actually like went along with it instead of went like, fuck off or something.
Yeah. Oh my God. Good. So it worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. I'm hoping that her boyfriend got laid after that fact. Because he was like, oh, wow, I didn't know she was wearing black panties tonight. Score. Isn't
That's
that like
hilarious.
the telltale sign or something, right? Black panties means I'm fucking tonight.
Yes.
Right. I mean, I'm asking a woman, but I mean, you don't have to answer.
No, I'm just thinking like, sometimes it's just that like, that was what laundry you had that day. But I think, yeah, for
Don't
sure.
you? But like on a date, you clearly choose like your outfit.
Your nice panties
Right.
for the date.
Unless it's like that's your like safety net of like, no, I'm not going to let it get that far because I am wearing my grandma's panties. Right?
Yeah. That's true. You have to like safeguard.
I remember my sister always telling me that where she would not shave her legs when she knew she didn't want to like get too far with a dude.
Oh my God.
Is that like a trade secret that I'm exposing or something?
I'm sure people do it.
Right.
And
I don't
she
shave my
admitted
legs for
to
the
it.
same reason.
Oh God.
I don't
Are
wanna,
you shaving your legs sometimes?
No.
Sometimes.
But I will say I am manscaping. I do obviously shave parts of me, mainly my head.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
That's good. No, you should. You should keep everything tidy.
Right, of course. But that's the thing. Like, it's weird how certain hairs are cool, other hairs aren't cool. Like, oh, the hair on your face, I like that. But if it was on your back, fuck you. Or whatever.
Well, no, I mean, certain people are okay with certain things, though. You could find somebody that was into that.
You like a hairy back?
No, but I'm sure somebody likes it.
I hope someone likes it. There's a lot of hairy backs out there.
Yeah, so obviously, like, it's fine. Obviously, things have been happening for people. I don't know.
Right.
It's taken care of.
Sounds like it's, not another deal breaker. We haven't ran into any deal breakers yet.
You can always wax your back. You can, like, take care of it.
Not by yourself. I mean, is that something like after a while, once you get to living? I don't think I ever got that comfortable with my girlfriend where I was like, hey, do you mind shaving my back or waxing it for me?
Well, I guess it depends on the person.
Would you have done that
I
if your ex asked it?
I feel like, it should be done by a professional.
Oh, okay. So we'll move on. I like to do a segment from time to time that's, we've talked a lot about you, but we should talk about me more because it is my podcast. So this is a segment called Questions for D, and they're all questions pertaining to me. And I just want your honest answer when it comes to these questions because I like getting honest feedback from guests. Are you down?
Okay. Let's do it.
I was waiting for your catchphrase.
I'm here.
Yep.
What is that?
You're still here? You're still here?
Yes.
Okay. So, the first question is, if I'm ever in Bethesda, Maryland, what's the first thing I should do?
You should go try crab cakes somewhere.
Anywhere. Doesn't matter where. Just go get crab cakes.
You will probably find something good.
You don't have like a particular like cool like local hangout? Like, oh no, get it from Jim's or Skippy's or whatever.
Oh my gosh, you're putting me on the spot.
I know, that's kind of what the podcast is all about. We
We
can go back to it later.
No, yeah. I can't think of that right now.
Uh-oh.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right, next question. What movie should I pretend to love?
As a guy for like your girlfriend or something?
Just anytime, yeah. If somebody says, hey, D, what movie do you love? I should say...
What movie do you pretend to love?
It can be a guilty pleasure. A made-for-TV movie.
Trying to think of what I would force you to watch with me. Some like Sandra Bullock movie for sure.
Well, I love Sandy B. I've watched a bunch of her movies already, so yeah, I could definitely pretend to love Hope Floats, or what was the one with the mailbox?
The mailbox.
With her and Keanu.
That was her?
The Lake House, that's what it was called.
I don't think I ever saw that.
What? Where it was a time-traveling lake mailbox where they would write each other letters, but they lived like 3 years apart from one another. The magical mailbox had like their like, you know, they could speak to one another. And they grew and loved one another and then finally like, you know, met.
How?
Because they're only 3 years apart, so they were both still alive.
What?
Yeah, it's a good movie. Watch it. Or not.
Okay, I will. I'll watch it.
I don't know if that was a movie now I gotta pretend to love, because I actually love it. Only because I love time travel movies.
Now I have to watch a movie.
Yeah, you're 0 for 2 on these questions so far.
Oh.
Am I losing you?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay. If comedy doesn't work out, what should be the next profession I fail at?
Fail?
Well, I clearly failed at comedy, so what's the next thing?
What do you look like you would be doing?
Probably some sort of craft. I used to do ceramics. That was fun.
You would try selling ceramics next?
Yeah. I mean, I did sell ceramics for a little bit in college, but yeah, I didn't really like ceramics as much as I liked, you know, going through my own ghost scenarios where I was Demi Moore and I was just, you know, finding a Patrick Swayze to come and wrap their arms around me while I did the ceramics.
Oh my god.
That'd be fun, right?
Yeah. Why do ceramics any other way? That's crazy. That's good. All right. So you would sell ceramics.
Yeah.
Would you be able to pay rent selling ceramics?
Probably not. But I'm not paying rent doing comedy. So that's, I guess, as long as I got my day job, I can still, like, you know, pretend to sell ceramics.
So what would your day job be?
Well, at this time in my life, it's currently working at a beverage company. Ooh, sexy, right?
I don't know what that means.
I am a purchase order for a beverage company. So when it comes to any type of part or anything that this facility needs, they go through me.
Okay. Do you like your job?
It's a cool job. I like it. But I will say it's not my passion. It's not like I love crunching numbers all day and talking to people over the phone. I like telling jokes, and that would be fun. But until then, you gotta do something that pays. So I'm glad that it's something that I can do, and that I don't want to like beat my head over. All right, you ready for another question?
Yes.
What should be written on my tombstone? Well, we already found...
You already said it.
Yeah.
It was like creepy, but...
Yeah, creepy but nice.
But nice, yes.
So
that's perfect.
That's a good given. Yeah. Okay, so next, how can I beat the heat this summer?
Get an air conditioner. I don't know.
Nice. I like that one. Get an air conditioner. Yeah, it's very practical. Okay, last question. Quick, I have to make a new AIM screen name. What should it be?
D. Williams.
Nice. I like it.
You have to have numbers. So I'm
Yep.
sure that's already taken.
D. Williams 69.
Okay. Perfect.
420.
Yes.
I did have a screen name at one point that was literally D to the W 420. How awesome was that?
Well, at least you're upfront about everything.
That's what I am. I like to be upfront.
This has been an interesting segment.
Yeah.
I'm sure nobody is listening.
No,
at this point.
They've clearly fast forwarded through most of this, I would assume. They're like, get back to talking about how much you hate your boyfriend.
Oh.
And your family.
I've forgotten all those feelings at this point.
Well, let's talk about comedy some more.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you are right now in your comedy career?
I'm sure I should be doing more, but...
More mics?
Yeah. More everything, just...
And how many mics do you normally hit up? Like a week?
Lately, it's just been like 2, maybe 3. So I should really up it, but... Yeah.
I feel I'm losing yet. I think the our pause in the podcast kicked your butt.
Yeah.
Your dad's a sailor or something?
No, my dad is retired now, but he was a diplomat. So that's how. So my mom's Korean, and so he met my mom in Korea when he was like stationed there.
Okay.
For one of his, jobs. So
you don't have to say anything. We all know he killed a lot of people, but it was for the greater good.
yeah, exactly. I'm glad you understand.
America.
Yeah, USA, USA. Yeah. So
That's cool. Korean is nice. Do a lot of people like ask you which part?
if I'm North or South Korean,
Right.
Usually people ask me like in jest, but and I
But then
always
really
say
wanna
North.
know.
Yeah, definitely North Korean.
That's cool. That's almost cooler, right? Like he went over enemy lines and then stole some bride.
Oh, right, yeah. I guess. Yeah, no, he's a total badass like that.
I picture him as that. Yeah, I'm totally like, he's like a cross between James Bond and Patton.
Americans traditionally love to fight. All real Americans love the sting of battle.
You're one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen.
Thank you. But I think my mouth is too big.
No, it's the right size. For me, that is.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
in
yeah.
diplomat form.
He kind of looks like Hank Hill from King of the Hill, but like older.
Now you listen to me, mister. I work for a living. And I mean real work, not writing down gobbledygook. I provide the people of this community with propane and propane accessories.
So, yeah,
Awesome.
totally.
And what does your mom look like?
My mom
Korean, I hope.
looks Korean. Yeah. She looks super Korean. My mom's like this tiny little Asian lady. What is she? Is like a tiny. She kind of looks like what's her name from Mad TV?
Mrs. Swan?
Yeah, that's exactly what she looks like.
Hello, foxy lady. I talk crazy dirty talk for you. You're gonna like it, mister.
So if you can imagine Miss Swan.
And she talks like Miss Swan, too?
Oh, totally, yeah. My mom never lost
Awesome.
that accent, so.
That's so fun.
Yeah, my mom is, for the longest time, I did not realize that Miss Swan was an Asian lady. Like, I just didn't get it. I had no idea. I was like, this lady is hilarious.
Like, when did my mom get a TV show?
Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked to find out that she was Asian and that she was Korean. I was like, oh, that's maybe it was just too close to home. It just
Right?
I didn't get it. But
When did they leave, or when did she leave for America?
I was a couple months old, and they came back to the States because my dad, got stationed back in D.C. for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm. He had to protect the president or something? Or...
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Say no more. We don't want to get him in trouble.
Yeah, no, I can't say anymore.
Classified secrets, but it's okay. You giving me a look, and it says everything I need to know.
Yeah, you know what's up. So, yeah.
So that's awesome. You love your parents. That's good to know.
I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine. You can.
Oh, right. You're a comedian. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
You
no.
can't love them.
No. But I do. But
Right.
it's complicated.
It's like you love them like you love spaghetti.
No, I love spaghetti. Like, spaghetti is definitely a tier above my parents.
Whoa. Let's not go too far.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of spaghetti? Like,
wait, just like spaghetti and meatballs? Like the classic? Yeah, that is amazing. No, spaghetti and meatballs has never done me wrong.
Okay, so.
Always loved me
And
back.
they're more like Chef Boyardee or.
Oh, I will totally get with some Chef Boyardee. I mean, I'm not above that. I think I have some, like, at work right now.
But, like, the scale of, like, spaghetti styles. What are your parents?
Oh, like, okay, we're still talking about those people.
We can edit this out. Like, we don't even have to talk about. Like, I could just say, she's a mystery, folks. She doesn't have parents.
No, I was just left on a doorstep somewhere, and I have no idea.
Like Moses, but Korean.
Yeah. Was he not Korean?
In some books, someday he will be.
Yeah. That's how I've always known him. But
I loved to see that, like, you being a child and you're, sitting with your parents and they're talking about, like, the Bible, and you're like, were they Korean? And your parents like, yeah. Let's just go to bed. They were Korean.
Everybody was Korean. Jesus was Korean.
Right.
Santa was Korean.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I was always really
and why not?
confused.
Like, why not? Like,
yeah, no, I mean,
does that make the, like, story any less, magical?
Well, I think if Santa was Korean,
yeah,
like I think like it would be much harder to get onto the nice list. Like,
how would he say, like, his famous catchphrases?
What are his famous catchphrases?
Well, like, ho ho ho. But he wouldn't sound like that if he was Korean. He'd be like, row row row.
I was like, what? Oh my god. That's true. That's right, and that's exactly how.
Have I offended you enough yet? Has it been too soon?
No, it's not. It's never too soon to bust out the Asian accent. I like that, especially when you do it.
Yes,
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. Are there any impressions that you can do? Maybe not Korean.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't want to embarrass myself right now.
But why not? We're only sitting between ourselves and and my cat, and
your cat is awesome.
It is adorable.
She doesn't really like me that much, but I like her all the same. It's
my one draw. Like, everybody, like, sees the cat and goes, "Oh, okay, he's not like a serial killer. He owns a cat."
Oh,
and the cat is cool.
I think it's
Uh-oh, I said too much.
Yeah. No, I'm like, we could still.
Right.
You could still be a serial killer. I think.
I could be. Yeah.
I think they.
I can. You really think I can?
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks.
Sometimes they like animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Hey, speaking of that, I was researching Bethesda, Maryland.
Oh, really?
Just, for shits. Like, hey, what's cool about Bethesda besides Kelly coming from there?
Right. What did you find out? Because I know nothing about it.
One of the worst serial killers finally got captured in Bethesda.
Who?
His name was, I think, Harry King. I'm just going off of memory. But yeah, he killed, he went basically on a murdering spree just through, all of the Northeast. And then he ended up getting, caught in Bethesda.
Oh.
Killing, some 2 or 3 waitresses or something. But yeah, his motive was, hot women. I'm going to just, hit them up, do what I do with serial killing. Are you into that? Are you into true crime? Are you like most women?
Yeah, no, I would have totally dated him. So I'm I'm taking notes right now so I could write him in prison.
He obviously had means if he was traveling all through, the Northeast.
That's true. He probably had a nice car.
Yeah, and a car, yeah.
That's usually better than most of the guys I've ever dated.
What's the minimum that you're looking for now that you're newly single? Do you want to let people know that you're single now?
I mean, I think the cat's out of the bag.
Right. Right.
Yeah, no, what am I looking for? This is a hard question because the standards are so low.
Your standards are?
Yeah. So let's see. What am I looking for in a guy? I would just like him to not live with his mom. But to be honest, that doesn't even really matter. So, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't think I'm really looking.
Well, what's like deal breakers?
Deal breakers. Do I have any of those?
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously not that, he's a serial killer. That's fine.
Right.
Deal breakers. I don't know. What would be a deal breaker for you? Maybe I could just like piggyback off
Right.
of that.
Okay. A deal breaker for me would be, well, I have a bit in my act about I don't want a picky eater ever again in my life.
Oh, was one of your girlfriends a picky eater?
Yeah, my ex was definitely a picky eater. I mean, she couldn't have anything spicy whatsoever.
Oh, no, that's not okay.
And and I'm not talking about like we need to have like atomic wings every night or anything. But I'm talking about like, I had this thing where she like just ate some tomatoes and thought it was like hot salsa. And everybody was like, it's just tomatoes.
Oh my God. No, if you can't eat spicy food, I think it like shows that maybe you're like a weak person.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know though. I think it is like weird how your tongue has like a lifespan where it will grow different taste buds throughout its life where
I did not know that.
Yeah, like that's why kids can't have a lot of different flavors and, spices when they're kids because they don't have the receptors to enjoy those things.
Oh.
But the shitty part about our brains is that we get like some sort of rememory. I don't even know if that's a word.
I believe
it's now
you.
a word.
I believe
Yeah,
you.
we get a rememory and it just puts this singe in our brain like we don't want this anymore. But it's like, no, in 10 years you're going to love it. But you never try it because back in the day, it's like, no, I hated it, so I never want to have it again.
Oh, no, you definitely have to try everything once.
I say 3 times.
3 times.
Because the first time you have it and you hate it, it's probably prepared shitty. It just was done poorly. It didn't have the right ingredients. You got to slap the cook.
Okay.
And then have somebody that cooked it well. And then if you don't like it on the second time, then you're just like, okay, take like 5 years off and then go back to it again. And then if you're still not into it, then okay, I don't like asparagus or whatever, because you tried it and it was from different places and different times in your life. So it was like, but I don't know. That's the thing. You can't, people try it once and go, and then never try it again.
Have you ever eaten something to the point where you can't eat it anymore? Like you've just...
Pussy. No. It was so there. I was so there. That's not it. I could always eat that.
Oh.
No, but I don't know. Pancakes for a while. I had like a Bisquick, like that, just the boxed pancakes.
Yeah.
I had so much of that when I was a kid, and then I had it like one time when I was like, out on my own, and I'm like, no. I don't want this. I've had it and I don't know. I will spend the extra money and just make them from scratch. It's not that tough. It's literally just flour and a little cornstarch and some salt and it's not much. An egg. It's not hard to make a batter.
Okay. All right. I've never made a batter from scratch.
Well,
of anything.
You're a modern woman. You don't have to anymore.
Yeah. No, everything comes in a box.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know
what is your A-list, if you're trying to impress some guy, some new stud that's like, okay, I'm coming over, you better be making me dinner.
Oh my God, who is this guy? Be like, first of all, you make me dinner.
Okay. And what would you want him to make?
Oh, I'm open. I like to eat stuff, but something savory. I mean, I'm not really like a sweet palate kind of person.
Okay, so no desserts right off the top.
Yeah, I don't want to eat your pie. That's disgusting. No, that's fine. I would be impressed. I would still be impressed.
Well, just to let you know, I don't have any pie waiting for us. Nope, I don't. I knew it was stupid to buy that pie.
No, hi. I would just like go and like get some McDonald's afterwards or something.
Right.
You know, I would be polite about it, and then I would leave. And maybe,
I feel like that's like some sort of, you know, one of those like hip, trendy restaurants that it's like $400 a plate or some shit. They're the ones that are like, tonight we're going to be serving dessert first.
Oh,
blah, 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 blah. And it's going to be, you know, over some chick's tit or something. And
oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Right? Okay, so you go up to the table and it's just like a person.
Right.
And you just eat off the person.
Yes, it's like she's in a chocolate shell and you just eat the shell. And
where are you going? Because I want to try this place.
Yeah, well, it's so exclusive. I don't know if I can get you in.
Yeah, no, I think I'm like used to like Chipotle and like I don't know where you're going.
So, but, yeah, how long were you in your relationship?
It would have been 9 years this September if we had stayed together. So a long time.
Do you? Yeah. I don't want to impose, but I mean we can.
Go ahead, impose, please.
Sweet. All right. What can I ask her? No, but I was just thinking like 9 years. That's a long time. What made you decide like I don't want another 9?
Well, we used to fight a lot, honestly.
About?
Just like anything. I don't know. We weren't necessarily compatible, but right. I mean, we enjoyed like spending time together, but
and he lived in Maryland too.
Oh, I've known him. We grew up together. We've known each other since we were 12. We went to middle school and high school together.
This is like the Wonder Years.
What would you do if I sang out of tune?
Yeah,
you're like the Korean Winnie.
Right, yeah, and Fred is an asshole. No, he's not though. Yeah, it turns out that Fred sucks. No, I'm just...
Gosh, I never thought she thought that about me. I'm gonna go kill myself now.
No, he's cool. We're still friends. We still talk. He has one of my dogs. Mm-hmm. So we have to be nice to each other.
And you were the one that said, peace, I'm out?
Well, yeah, but he was the one that was like, because after 9 years, and I started dating him when I was 21, and I'm now 30. Mm-hmm. So after 9 years, like, and you're like, when are we gonna get married? And he's like, I don't want to rush things. You kind of, you get a little...
So that's a goal?
What is a goal?
To be married.
No, not even necessarily. Not necessarily, but it was like, if everything was great and he just like didn't believe in marriage or something, I'd be like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But like things weren't necessarily great. And right. And then, and I was like, well, why aren't we getting married? Because he wanted to one day, just to somebody else, it seemed like. So, I know.
You were Sally in the second act of When Harry Met Sally.
Yeah.
All this time, I've been saying that he didn't want to get married. But the truth is, he didn't want to marry me. He didn't love me.
If you could take him back right now, would you?
No. But why didn't he want to marry me? What's the matter with me?
He just didn't want to marry me.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm. He wants to get married. He wants to have kids just with somebody else. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally cool. And you were like, I'm all right with that.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was weird. And so we broke up in April, like right before my birthday. Right before my 30th birthday. And
so strategic.
No, but we were still living together, and we lived together till June.
That's what happened with me and my ex.
Yeah, so that's awkward, right?
Fuck yeah, it is. I was talking about it on stage where it's like, if you want to really know the true essence of how somebody feels about you, break up with them and then live with them for another 6 weeks.
Yeah.
They will definitely let you know, everything that you didn't think was a problem, it's a problem.
It's a definite problem.
And I hated it about you, by the way. Oh, you thought just farting and me not hearing it was funny? It was not funny.
What were you doing to this girl?
I know. I was clearly just holding her head in my ass and just farting nonstop. No,
I mean,
but
that's what people are into that.
if you live with someone, I'm sorry, you're probably going to hear me fart at some point in the relationship. And I'm not going to say like it's going to be in your face, but it's going to be somewhere in that apartment.
You mean nobody goes outside and then comes back inside?
Nope. Sorry.
That's crazy.
Sorry.
Did she ever fart in front of you?
No, which was so weird. And I'm not saying like I have this like weird fart fetish, but it is like, don't you fart at all? Like, not even like a silent but deadly one. Like, it was
nothing.
Like nothing.
In 5 years, she didn't fart in front of you once.
Nope.
She like waited till you went to sleep.
Yep. Or just ripped huge ass just when I left the house or whatever. She was just...
Wow, that's like dedication.
Yeah. I mean,
she loved you.
No. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can define love, I think.
Oh my God. No, I'm ashamed to say that I farted a lot over the 9 years. Like, and in front of him and like on him and
well, if you need to like fart now, I mean, you can.
No, I mean right now I don't, but I wish I did like just
anytime,
for this podcast.
Yeah, please put it up to the mic as close as possible.
Because obviously you're into that. You were longing for that for 5 years.
Yes. I'm gonna just record it and then just play it over and over.
Well, you could. I mean, it's impressive. I mean, I shock myself sometimes, but
it's gonna be my ringtone. It's gonna just be, hey guys, you hear this? Yeah, it's Kelly's farts.
You know what's weird is I'm sure that there's a market for that, right? There has to be.
Oh, hell yeah. Women can literally do anything and put it online, and some dude will watch it. You could just be yourself. You don't even have to be naked or anything. You know, you could just have a camera in your house, and people would pay money to see it. I don't know why. I mean, clearly, you're a cute girl. You obviously, lead a crazy, fun life. But if you put it online, yeah, some creep, cool guy will watch it.
And pay like how much money? Like, could I pay my rent?
Well, I don't know. Totally, yeah.
I could pay my, okay.
Yeah, you could totally pay your rent and like your roommate's rent if you got naked.
Oh,
or maybe
okay,
not even naked, just like walked in like panties and stuff.
Hubba hubba. Okay, all right.
Like,
because
big granny panties.
Oh, okay. So it needs to be like
niche. It has to be, you have to serve like a particular douche. Cool guy.
Okay. All right. No, I'm like seriously taking notes right now.
It has to be like I was talking with Tony Bartoloni about this last podcast about everything's like that now. Like guys are even getting into it, but on a different angle where they're just playing video games. But it's the same model. They're cam girls, but instead of like taking off their clothes, they're playing Mario Kart.
Mamma mia! And people just want to watch?
Yeah, people just watch other people. I don't know why. What would you watch? Is there somebody out there that you'd be like, yeah, that guy's kind of cool, or this would be interesting to view?
Oh, no. See, I am so bad about like watching video, like especially online. Like I can't do it. If it's longer than like 3 seconds, I'm like, not interested.
You loved Vine, so
are
you upset that Vine's gone?
No, I didn't even watch that. I can't. I have like no attention span. I can't do it. And I don't know. Like I like like 90s sitcoms. And like, just,
like what ones?
Like I love Frasier.
Nice.
I love Frasier.
Mm-hmm. Niles, let's say I buy us dinner and a lot of martinis.
Well, sounds great, except for the dinner part.
Take it you had a bad day, too?
I had an abysmal day. Remember the ad I placed?
Oh, yes. Of Niles Crane, young specialist, blah, blah, blah.
Yes, well, they've made a tiny little typo. See if you can find it.
Niles Crane, hung specialist. Oh, my.
I don't know, Friends?
What was Monica's nickname when she was a field hockey goalie?
Big fat goalie.
Correct. Rachel claims this is her favorite movie.
Dangerous Liaisons.
Correct. Her actual favorite movie is...
Weekend at Bernie's.
Correct. In what part of her body did Monica get a pencil stuck at age 14? Oh! You know!
Sure.
Technically the 2000s, but I think they started in the 90s. I don't know.
I think they went, at least 12 years. So probably 90s and 2000s.
Right. Okay. And then Golden Girls. I love the Golden Girls.
Yeah.
I mean, Stan and I went through a period where we had no marital relations at all. I totally cut off his sex.
You mean it grows back?
I love all that kind of stuff. I used to watch, do you know a show called Designing Women?
Of course, with, what's her face, Delta Burke.
Yes. Okay, I used to watch that.
Yep.
You know, Suzanne, I find this really incredible. 3 hours ago, you were looking for a new gynecologist. So Mary Jo here very graciously gave you the number of her ex-husband. We were all under the impression this was to be a professional medical visit. Now you return with the news that you are dating this person. I mean, forgive my stupidity, but just exactly how does one make that jump from the stirrups in a doctor's office to a booth at DGI Fridays?
Look, Julia, I can't explain it. It was romantic fate. I'm a romantic. All I know is our eyes met.
She's not only a romantic, she's a contortionist.
I was super into stuff on TV Land, like I Love Lucy.
Do you ever watch those shows that didn't really have a big run, like Out of This World?
No.
Or Alf?
No, Alf freaked me out. He liked to eat cats and stuff.
Yes.
He's weird, and I don't know. He scared me as a child.
Cats could be a good protein source, I guess. You know.
You own a cat. You cannot talk about. She's listening.
My cat wouldn't be good to eat, but
she looks perfect to eat. She's a little chunky.
Yeah.
She got short hair. It's not going to get caught in your teeth. She's perfect.
Well, I would definitely skin her first.
Oh.
I'm not just going to eat her raw.
Run, cat.
Guys, I want to thank Kelly for coming in, and when I say coming over to my apartment and spending some time with me, sharing a few laughs, sharing a few insights towards her life, her interests, her family, everything about her. Hopefully you guys know now how she ticks. If not, write her on social media and tell her,
God.
Tell me more about your life. And they can do it where?
Well, Kelly McConville on Facebook.
Look it up.
Hopefully I'm there somewhere.
Yeah,
and
it's not the other Kelly McConvilles. It's the Kelly McConville.
Yeah, you'll find me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. I haven't searched myself, but hopefully I'll show up and I will probably friend you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, let's hope she friends everybody that hits her up. And also, guys, if you want to hit me up, of course, it's at This Comics Live. Or if it's on Twitter, it's going to be at the D Stories. Or you can write me on the archaic email that all of your grandparents still use. It's at thiscomicslivepod@gmail.com. Do you have any dates that you want to plug?
I will be doing more shows, maybe.
Yeah.
with you.
Of course. The 11th show, guys. Announcement. Big plug. Blah, 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 blah. It's going to be another OC Steelhouse This Comics Live show extravaganza with first to announce guest Kelly McConville. So if you're going to want to see her live, come to the show. It's going to be a great Friday night show. I love it. All right, guys, you've been listening to